When it comes to sustaining energy and vitality throughout the day, what we put into our bodies plays a massive role, and nourishing ourselves with real whole foods is the foundation of feeling vibrant and strong. Many people underestimate how much food impacts not only physical stamina, but also mental clarity, mood, and long-term health. In the United States, with our fast-paced schedules and constant demands, it is easy to fall into the trap of convenience eating, grabbing packaged snacks, or relying on sugary drinks to push through the day. These quick fixes might feel satisfying for a moment, but they almost always lead to an energy crash, leaving you feeling more exhausted than before. Real, unprocessed foods, on the other hand, give you a steady stream of fuel that your body can use efficiently, helping you avoid those sharp highs and lows. By focusing on natural sources of nourishment, you can transform the way you feel from the inside out and build the kind of lasting vitality that no energy drink can deliver. One of the key aspects of nourishing your body is understanding the role of blood sugar. Highly processed foods, especially those high in refined sugars like candy bars, pastries, and sodas, cause your blood sugar to spike rapidly. This spike triggers a surge of energy that feels good for a short time, but soon after, insulin kicks in and blood sugar drops, leading to fatigue, irritability, and even headaches. This cycle keeps people trapped in a roller coaster of cravings and exhaustion. Whole foods, however, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, break this cycle because they release glucose more slowly into the bloodstream. This means you experience more consistent energy without the sharp crashes. Imagine the difference between fueling your body with a donut in the morning versus a bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh berries and nuts. The donut might feel like an energy boost at first, but within an hour, you'll likely feel sluggish. The oatmeal, however, provides fiber, complex carbohydrates, and antioxidants that keep you going strong for hours. Hydration is another crucial element of nourishing the body that often gets overlooked. In the United States, where coffee and soda are the go-to drinks for many people, dehydration is surprisingly common. Even mild dehydration can cause fatigue, brain fog, and reduced stamina, and it often masquerades as hunger. Drinking enough water throughout the day can instantly make you feel more awake and alert. The body relies on water to transport nutrients, regulate temperature, and keep organs functioning properly. A well-hydrated body simply works more efficiently, and the difference is noticeable in both physical performance and mental sharpness. Carrying a reusable water bottle and making it a habit to sip throughout the day can be one of the simplest yet most effective ways to maintain energy. The quality of food also matters tremendously. Real foods contain essential vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that processed foods lack. For example, leafy greens like spinach and kale provide iron and magnesium, both of which are vital for energy production at the cellular level. Fruits like oranges, berries, and apples deliver vitamin C and antioxidants that support the immune system, which helps prevent fatigue caused by illness. Lean proteins such as chicken, fish, eggs, or plant-based sources like beans and lentils provide amino acids that help repair muscles and keep you feeling strong. Healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil not only provide long-lasting energy, but also support brain function, which directly impacts focus and productivity. When you nourish your body with a wide range of colorful, nutrient-dense foods, you're giving your cells the raw materials they need to thrive. Cultural habits around food in America also play into this conversation. The typical fast food meal is often packed with calories but lacking in nutrients, leading to a paradox where people feel full yet remain undernourished. This lack of nutrients results in low energy because the body doesn't have what it needs to function optimally. Cooking meals at home with fresh ingredients, even if simple, is a powerful way to take control of your energy. Preparing a salad with grilled chicken, colorful vegetables, and a light dressing takes less time than waiting in a drive-through line, and the benefits are far greater. Meal prepping for the week can also ensure that healthy options are always within reach, reducing the temptation to grab whatever is fastest in the moment. Snacking habits can either drain or sustain energy levels as well. Many people reach for chips, candy, or pastries when they feel a dip in the afternoon, but these only perpetuate the cycle of crashes. Instead, snacks like a handful of almonds, Greek yogurt with fruit, or carrot sticks with hummus provide protein, fiber, and healthy fats that satisfy hunger while fueling energy. By keeping nutrient-rich snacks on hand, you can support your body's needs and avoid the slump that comes from poor choices. It's also important to recognize that nourishment is not just about the macronutrients. carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, but also about the micronutrients that often get ignored. B vitamins, for example, play a crucial role in energy metabolism, and deficiencies can lead to constant tiredness. Magnesium is essential for muscle function and energy production, yet many Americans don't get enough from their diets. Foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains provide these nutrients naturally, and including them regularly can make a dramatic difference in how energetic you feel. Nourishing your body with real foods also has long-term benefits that go beyond just daily energy. It supports a healthy weight, reduces the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease, and strengthens the immune system. All of these factors contribute to vitality and the ability to live an active, fulfilling. When your body is fueled properly, you can show up more fully for your work, your family, and your goals. You feel not only physically stronger, but also mentally more resilient, capable of handling stress and challenges with greater ease. Movement is one of the most powerful tools we have to boost energy and vitality, yet so many people in the United States struggle with finding time to exercise or mistakenly believe that it has to mean hours in the gym lifting heavy weights or running long distances. The reality is that our bodies are designed to move, and when we stay sedentary for long stretches of the day, our energy naturally declines. Think about the typical routine of many Americans waking up, sitting in a car or on public transportation to get to work, spending 8 or more hours at a desk, and then returning home only to sit again in front of a television or computer. This pattern leaves the body sluggish, circulation poor, and muscles stiff. When you introduce regular movement, even in small amounts, the change in how you feel is remarkable. Physical activity increases blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients to cells more efficiently, which directly translates into feeling more awake and capable. The body responds almost immediately, and the more consistently you move, the more you build a natural reserve of energy that lasts throughout the day. One of the myths that often discourages people from starting an active routine is the idea that exercise must be intense, complicated, or time-consuming to make a difference. But simple activities like walking around the block, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or doing a quick stretch break between tasks can have a measurable impact. For instance, research has shown that a brisk 20-minute walk can significantly increase energy levels and reduce fatigue in people who felt tired beforehand. The beauty of movement is that it is scalable. You can begin with small steps that fit into your current lifestyle and gradually build up to more structured routines if you choose. This makes it accessible to everyone, regardless of age or fitness level. Exercise is also one of the most effective ways to regulate stress, which is a huge factor in energy depletion. In the fast-paced American lifestyle, chronic stress is almost the norm, and it wreaks havoc on the body by increasing cortisol levels. Elevated cortisol not only makes you feel drained, but also interferes with sleep, weight management, and even mood stability. Physical activity acts as a natural stress reliever because it helps lower cortisol levels while stimulating the production of endorphins, the chemicals in the brain that act as natural painkillers and mood elevators. That is why people often describe a runner's high, or simply feeling good after a workout. It's the body's way of rewarding you for moving. When stress is managed through regular exercise, your energy becomes more balanced and sustainable, allowing you to handle daily challenges with greater ease. Another benefit of regular movement is its impact on the cardiovascular system. The heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it becomes stronger with consistent use. When you engage in activities such as walking, jogging, cycling, or even dancing, your heart pumps more efficiently, and over time, circulation improves dramatically. Better circulation means more oxygen is delivered to tissues and organs, which enhances endurance and reduces feelings of fatigue. This is why people who exercise regularly often report that everyday tasks, like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or playing with their children, feel less exhausting. In a society where many adults feel chronically tired, the ability to handle physical demands without strain is a huge advantage. Movement also directly supports brain health, which ties into mental energy and vitality. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, improving memory, focus, and cognitive function. It stimulates the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor BDNF, a protein that supports the growth and survival of neurons. This is especially important in a country where sedentary lifestyles are linked to rising rates of mental health struggles and cognitive decline. People who move regularly often find that they are sharper, more creative, and better able to concentrate on tasks. Even short bouts of activity, like stretching or taking a quick walk during a work break, can provide a mental reset that makes you more productive for the rest of the day. Another aspect to consider is how movement ties into social and emotional well-being. Joining a fitness class, going for a walk with a friend, or playing a sport builds community and connection. In the United States, where isolation and loneliness are becoming more common issues, this social component of physical activity can be just as energizing as the movement itself. When you combine the physical benefits of exercise with the joy of human interaction, you create a holistic boost in vitality that touches both body and mind. For people who struggle with consistency, the key is to find activities that are enjoyable rather than forcing yourself into routines you dislike. If running feels miserable, try dancing, hiking, or swimming. If the gym feels intimidating, start with at-home workouts using bodyweight exercises like squats, push-ups, or yoga flows. The options are endless, and there is no single right way to move. What matters most is that the body is being challenged and engaged regularly. By reframing exercise as an opportunity to feel good rather than as a chore, it becomes much easier to stick with long-term. Importantly, regular movement also improves sleep quality, which creates a positive cycle of energy renewal. People who exercise tend to fall asleep faster, enjoy deeper rest, and wake up feeling more refreshed. In contrast, those who remain sedentary often struggle with insomnia, restlessness, or poor quality sleep, which further drains energy. By incorporating activity during the day, you are essentially setting the stage for better recovery at night, which amplifies the benefits of both exercise and rest. The cumulative effects of moving the body each day add up to something far greater than just a temporary energy boost. Over time, you build endurance, resilience, and strength that allow you to participate fully in life. In the American lifestyle, where long work hours, screens, and sedentary habits dominate, making the choice to move every day is one of the simplest yet most powerful steps you can take to reclaim your energy and vitality. Rest and recovery are often underestimated when it comes to energy and vitality, but they are just as important as nutrition and movement in creating a balanced, energized life. In the United States, there is a strong cultural emphasis on productivity, achievement, and being constantly busy, which often leads people to sacrifice sleep and downtime in order to get more done. Many people take pride in burning the candle at both ends, staying up late to finish work, waking up early to start the day, and convincing themselves that they can function on only a few hours of rest. Over time, however, this pattern drains energy reserves, affects physical and mental health, and reduces overall vitality. The truth is that the body needs consistent rest in order to function properly, and without it, even the best diet or most dedicated exercise routine will not be enough to sustain lasting energy. One of the most vital aspects of rest is sleep. Sleep is not just a passive state where the body shuts down. It is an active process where critical repair and restoration take place. During deep sleep, tissues repair, muscles rebuild, and the immune system strengthens. The brain also clears out waste products, consolidates memories, and restores cognitive function. When people consistently fall short of the recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, these processes are disrupted, leading to fatigue, poor concentration, weakened immunity, and irritability. In the US, sleep deprivation has become so common that many people treat feeling tired as normal, relying on caffeine or energy drinks to power through the day, but this creates a false sense of alertness rather than true restoration. Making quality sleep a priority is one of the most effective ways to increase natural energy and improve overall vitality. Sleep quality matters just as much as sleep quantity. Factors like screen use before bed, irregular sleep schedules, caffeine consumption late in the day, and high stress levels can interfere with the body's natural circadian rhythm, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Blue light from phones and computers suppresses melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep cycles, which means many Americans are unknowingly sabotaging their rest by scrolling late at night, creating a relaxing nighttime routine, such as dimming lights, reading, meditating, or practicing gentle stretches signals to the body that it is time to wind down. A comfortable sleep environment with a supportive mattress, cool room temperature, and minimal noise also plays a role in improving rest quality. These small changes can transform sleep from a restless, interrupted process into a restorative, energizing one. Rest is not only about sleep, though, it also includes intentional recovery during waking hours. Many Americans push themselves from one task to the next without ever pausing to recharge, which eventually leads to burnout. Incorporating short breaks into the day allows the body and mind to reset. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing, stepping outside for fresh air, or practicing mindfulness can lower stress levels and restore mental clarity. These moments of rest do not take away from productivity. Instead, they make it easier to sustain focus and accomplish more with less effort. In fact, research has shown that people who take regular breaks are often more productive than those who work nonstop because the brain functions better when it is allowed to periodically reset. Physical recovery is another important piece of the puzzle. After exercise, the body needs time to repair muscles, restore glycogen levels, and reduce inflammation. Without adequate rest, the benefits of physical activity are diminished, and fatigue or even injury can set in. In the US, where no pain, no gain is a common mentality, many people overlook the value of rest days in their workout routines, pushing themselves to the point of exhaustion. In reality, scheduling rest days or alternating high-intensity workouts with lighter activities like yoga, walking, or stretching can enhance performance and boost energy in the long run. This balance between effort and recovery is what allows the body to grow stronger and more resilient. Mental rest is equally essential for maintaining vitality. Constant stimulation from technology, work demands, and social obligations keeps the brain in overdrive, leaving little room for true relaxation. Practices such as meditation, journaling, or simply spending quiet time away from screens give the mind a chance to slow down and process thoughts more clearly. In a culture where multitasking is celebrated, learning to unplug and be fully present in the moment is a powerful form of rest that restores mental energy and reduces the stress that drains vitality. Nature can play a big role here too. Studies have shown that spending time outdoors, even for short periods, can lower stress hormones, improve mood, and boost energy levels. Something as simple as sitting in a park or walking in a green space can provide a form of restorative rest that busy Americans often overlook. Another aspect of rest that contributes to vitality is the emotional reset that comes from doing activities that bring joy and relaxation. Engaging in hobbies, spending time with loved ones, listening to music, or practicing creative outlets like painting or cooking are all forms of recovery that nourish the spirit. In the US, where many people are caught up in the grind of work and responsibilities, carving out time for these enjoyable activities is often dismissed as unimportant or indulgent, but in reality, they play a critical role in maintaining energy. When you give yourself permission to slow down and do things that make you happy, you restore balance and replenish the emotional energy needed to handle life's challenges with vitality. The cumulative effects of prioritizing rest and recovery are profound. Consistently getting quality sleep, taking daily breaks, balancing activity with downtime, and nurturing mental and emotional well-being all contribute to a steady, reliable source of energy that feels natural and sustainable. Rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity, and when honored, it allows the body and mind to function at their highest potential, supporting a life of greater vitality and strength. So when we bring all these simple steps together, nourishing our bodies with real, whole foods, moving daily to keep energy flowing, and honoring the importance of rest and recovery, we create a balanced lifestyle that naturally fuels vitality. None of these steps require extreme measures or complicated routines, but they do require consistency and the willingness to prioritize our well-being. In a world that often pushes us toward quick fixes and constant busyness, choosing these simple, sustainable practices is an act of self-care and empowerment. With small, intentional changes, you can feel stronger, more energetic, and more alive every single day, ready to show up for yourself and for the people and goals that matter most.